Hey, we are live and we're all here. I mean, happy International Women's Day and welcome to the March for Freedom, the most inclusive event I think we've ever done. Uh, so we're marching for everybody, every marginalized community we're marching for. Yeah, rights. So, Jamie looks beautiful.
Flower girl today.
Dempsey's going to be talking again. Yeah. So, you're joining us because we got asked to go live and share this with everybody. So here we are.
If you are anywhere near downtown Orlando, come on out. It is beautiful out right now. The weather is lovely. You will meet some of the best people you've ever met. Miss Major is here. Like, who does not want to listen to Miss Major
I said
speak?
more than one word to Miss Major. It was earth shattering.
I gave her a hug.
I got to hug her and say thank you for everything that she did. It was like I cried. I cried. I can't help it. So we're here. We want to get a much bigger turnout for the march, but the speakers are going to be incredible.
Okay. So
Jaime and Dempsey's speech is going to be incredible.
Yeah, I know that. Well,
and we're getting a gimbal, so apologize for the shakiness right now. We just wanted to make sure everybody could see. And that's about it. We're waiting for everything to come. Oh, hold on. Oh, yeah.
I know that. Are you kidding? Where's the umbrella?
So I'm going to flip the camera around.
Listen.
There'll be John's right here. You can move on video.
There we go.
You see, at least you said something.
Sorry about that. Okay, there's Laura with Andrea's Resist and Pride flag.
Vicky's going to get the opportunity to hold this.
What?
That is what Andrea asked if you could hold this for her.
I would.
And I am holding it to hold into you.
Perfect.
Because I am passing the baton.
Oh my God.
We're here to provide a space for language justice where everyone can understand in the language that is best for them. To access the line in different languages, we have it right up there. If you have any questions or need support, please come to our interpreter's corner to assist you guys right over here. Buenas, es Felipe con la Lantana Collective. Estamos aquí para proveer un espacio donde puedan entender en el idioma que mejor les conviene. Si necesitan acceso para la línea en español, por favor marquen el 646-931-3860. El número es 646-931-3860. El código de entrada es 839.
I'm getting the gimbal on, so apologize. It's going to be shaky for a second.
El número es 839-449141.
You're going to go upside down and the wrong way around for just a second.
Y ahora para los otros idiomas tenemos Creole y Portugués.
Bonsoir tout le monde, moi c'est Michel avec Lantana Collective. Nous là pour nous créer un espace langue judiciaire côté tout le monde qui comprend la langue qui est bon pour eux. Pour accéder à ligne pour le créole, numéro c'est 305 224 1968. Encore c'est 305 224 1968. Vous capable de peser ou bien numéro code qui est dans le code là pour gagner accès. Si vous avez des questions, vous pouvez joindre pour le supporter point interprète qui là, merci.
Olá, boa tarde, tudo bem? Meu nome é Evelyn, estou aqui com o Henry e somos da Lantana Collective. Estamos aqui para prover um espaço de justiça linguística onde todos possam entender a língua que é melhor para todo mundo. Para a linha de português, o número é 516-893-5475, código 6680258. Mais uma vez, o número é 516-893-5475, código de acesso 68025. Muito obrigada. All right, thank you. A big round of applause to the Andrea company for providing our translation services for today's event. So without further ado, welcome. My name is Sylvia Ruiz. I am a community organizer from Hope Community Center. And with me is the magical
Andrea Montaner, my pronunciation Hereja. I'm the LGBTQ immigration organizer for Hope Community Center. Also, yes, when we are here, I'm an immigrant, but I also transgender person. So it's good to have the intersectionalities here because yes, transgender is magic, but hay immigrant too. Los inmigrantes son súper importantes para este país. Los inmigrantes son personas necesarias y no, nadie es ilegal en este país. Nadie, ninguno más.
So I wanted to go ahead and just get us started. Quería darle las bienvenidas and kind of just speak to us on why we're here, right? So we're here to make a statement. We're here to make a statement that whatever happens in Tallahassee, we're here to transcend that and to unite our collective voices for our collective fight. To show that together we are stronger, juntos somos fuertes, y esta es nuestra casa, this is our home, and we are not leaving.
Woo!
Also, before I start, this is sometimes it's good to celebrate good news. This in particular for the transgender community, HB 1639 is dead. Thank you for all the support because when we show up, you got it. Actually, it's not dead, we kill it. So that's put that in your mind. Keep that, and we have to keep fighting for more things. But today, we have to celebrate. Tomorrow, we continue the fight. I'm Andrea. I'm an immigrant from Colombia. I also, my status when I came to this country, I got asylum approved. And I came as right now a U.S. citizen for my 12 years. I think they can do it with me, they can do it with everybody here. So, immigration, we have to keep doing this. Felipe just back from, I don't say Tallahassee, from the White House to the State of the Union, looking for the asylum for all the immigrants in the state. So we have to keep together and have the faith. Seguimos en la lucha de los inmigrantes. Y aquí estamos, vamos a empezar esto. Lo que más queremos es la acción, la interseccionalidad de humanos. Tenemos muchas cosas acá que hablar. We have the immigrants, we have the LGBTQ, we have the transgender community, we also have the black community, we have indigenous. We are attacked everywhere, but together, we are here together. Let's show them that we have the power together.
Woo!
So for those of you who do not know me, my name is Sylvia. I work alongside Andrea, which has been quite an amazing, amazing person that has guided me to the stage. So I am a proud, undocumented DACA student, proud daughter of immigrants and an immigrant myself. And I am just so beyond excited to share the stage with everyone else who is here, all the strong and powerful women who have led our movements for centuries, for decades, and to show off that, we're still here, we're stronger than ever. So with that, I just want to go ahead and if we can get some finger snaps and some round of applause for the folks that made this possible. It is a coalition, part of the Hope Community Center, Florida Rising, Poder Latinx, and so many other people. Farm Workers Association is in the house today. And just a shout out, Felipe returned from DC today. And we're so proud of him and all the work that he's been doing. Poder Latinx just did a nationwide push to register voters in California and Texas. So we're extremely grateful for that. And Florida Rising is just doing an overall incredible job in reproductive justice as well.
We also had Cameron on the New Action Fund working for the Green New Deal and UF and also we had organizations across Florida participating in the DMV drive across the entire state of Florida.
So if you're wondering how you can get involved, there is so many options right on this side. We have tabling from our different partners to kind of get you into what we call la lucha, into the fight. So if you're interested in learning more about how you can be part of us and part of this fight, Please, I go ahead and encourage you all to come and make your way to the tablings. And with further ado, I'll go ahead and start our program. So, in Hope fashion, we usually have a moment of reflection to really go ahead and honor everyone who has made it possible for us to be standing on this stage. So with that being said, I want to go ahead and welcome you all into this moment of reflection as we go ahead and explain some symbols that keep us and our community strong. Today, we gather to lift our voices and to recognize the immense contributions women make to our social justice movements. In every movement, women played a crucial part, and yet we are not recognized and even ignored. From labor rights to immigrant justice, women leaders will always have a prominent place in movements, and while Florida's diversity policies are making and having a destructive impact on us all, we know the fundamental rights of women are under attack, and we must raise our voices more than ever. Thank you all for answering our call to action. So today we uplift the generations of women in leadership. We bring you today bread, roses, sunflowers, and light, symbolized by candles. The bread, because our vision for a better tomorrow must include addressing the concrete conditions in the lives of so many of our communities. The substance we find in bread gives us the energy to work, to play, and dream. With this bread, we elevate women who are workers. Their labor fuels our countries, but their wages are never raised to meet their basic needs. This bread is also a symbol of mutual aid, as we break bread so all of us can eat. Thank you to the farm workers who work the land, the factory workers who turned wheat into flour, and to the workers in bakeries across our entire nation. We are possible because of you. Roses, because our vision includes access to beauty, leisure, and the arts. We must build a world that feeds our human soul to its fullest. Roses, perfumes, and beauties around our world. Its delicate nature mixed with its thorns teach us resilience. It also teaches that tenderness and softness are both powerful. We deserve roses while we are still alive. Together, we will bring back our righteous demand for conditions that allow us to enjoy life. Beautiful. We have a right to exist, to live, and to enjoy our time on this earth. And we thank the farm worker who tended to these roses and the many workers who brought them to us. We are possible because of you. We bring to you sunflowers, to follow the light like our movement follows justice. It knows where to search for inspiration, even as the sun changes its position. When the night falls and the world becomes dark, sunflowers eagerly wait for the sun to rise. In a time of diverse policies and in the persecution of our people, we must find it in our heart the hope sunflowers so effortlessly have. They know that the sun will rise again. We thank the farm worker who planted the seeds and tended to these beautiful flowers, and to those who transported them to us, and the workers who are selling them in stores. We are possible because of you. And finally, the light, symbolized by candles. The light drives away darkness and allows us to see. Let the fire in our heights guide us through the dark movement we are living in for. Not because we are losing faith,
She meets the baby butterfly.
To our collective power. Let us be the light that guides us, that guides our struggle for justice, and creates the conditions for true change now and for our future. Today we bring you generations of women who have struggled for our collective liberation. They are our bread. They are our roses. They are our sunflowers, and they are our light.
They are our hope for our present, for our future. And they will always be elevated to take their rightful place on this stage and in every space that we create.
Woo! Woo! Beautiful. Yes.
And without further ado, I have the greatest pleasure of introducing our first speaker. Sister Anne has been at the forefront of the immigration rights fight for more than 50 years. As a member of the Sisters of Notre Dame de Namur, she came to Apopka alongside Sister Kathy Gorman and Sister Gail Grimes. First, they built community. Sister Ann Kendrick likes to say that for the first couple of years, they were just hanging out in the African American community of farm workers, citrus pickers, and just getting to know the people and finding out what they wanted. By working with the community, rather for them, the sisters served as a catalyst for social change that came from the people. Over decades, the ministry partnered with residents and local groups to address the social problems such as illiteracy, lack to access to healthcare, economic injustices, and along the way, they spearheaded the creation of 6 separate nonprofits. And literally thousands of lives were changed for the better. So you can always find Sister Anne in the heart of the community, in Apopka, visiting friends at Hope Community Center, or just driving around. And as a woman who has instilled in several generations to always take a risk, it's an honor to be presenting her. And I ask you in taking this moment to honor Sister Anne.
I am not Sister Anne. But I'm here to deliver some words from her. And I'm going to read. So Sister Anne is sick, and she couldn't be here today. And if you know her, and I know a lot of you do, you know she's really pissed off that she's not here. And you probably also know that she's just powerful enough for us to feel her presence, even if she's not physically here. Please know that she's thinking of us, that she's praying for us. And so, to whomever you pray to, I just ask that we take a short moment to send her a prayer, a thought. Thank you. So, this is a message from Sister Anne. Hi, everybody. It's Sister Anne here to let you know how much we honor and respect you. Your presence here today shows just how courageous you are, that you continue to be willing to fight for our rights, for justice, and for the change we want to see in our country and in the world. Please know that you are the change we want to see in this world. You already are. You represent what is good and kind and powerful, and we thank you for being here. Tonight we celebrate and honor women. We thank women for their presence, their nurturing, loving ways, as well as their fierce and fiery determination to do what needs to be done. On this International Women's Day, we remember and thank the many courageous women who fought for and won the right of women to vote, for the thousands of women who refuse to continue to work in inhumane conditions that exist in our country's factories and mills. Their strikes brought about laws and rights that improved conditions for workplaces everywhere. Don't ever doubt this. Women are a force. We are a force. So, turn to one who's close to you and thank them.
I love you. Love you so
Please
much.
know that we will never tire of standing up against all forms of oppression and injustice. Just know that. Thank you again for being here. And in the sacred words of Dolores Huerta and Cesar Chavez, say it with me. Sí se puede. Sí se puede. Sí se puede. Thank you.
I was still trying to figure out why no more haters.
We love you. Go get them.
I'm going to present a friend of mine, a hermana of mine, Tatiana Quiroga, pronounced she ella. She's a commitment and seasonal leader, more than 20 years of experience in La Lucha. She is an activist for the LGBT community, for the Latinx community. She's an immigrant, she's a mother, she's an incredible person that I really admire too much. And it was a pleasure to work with her together at the board of the Conagui Pride. She's the executive director. She earned her Master of Arts in Mental Health at Rolling College. She's a certificate of diversity, equity, and inclusion from Cornell University, and a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology from the University of Central Florida. Original from La Paz, Bolivia, Tatiana es una inmigrante to the United States since then is a strong advocate for social justice, racial and gender equity, and the LGBTQ movement. She lives in Orlando area with her wife and two beautiful kiddos. Tatiana, bienvenida al escenario, hermana.
Summer day when you were born.
Challenges of being 5 foot. Mi nombre es Tatiana Palaci Quiroga, and I will not be erased. Woo! My pronouns that are right, not wrong, are she and ella, and they will not be erased. I am the first executive director for Come Out with Pride Orlando. Woo! And I will not be erased. I was born in La Paz, Bolivia. I am an immigrant to the United States. English is my second language, and I will not be erased. Woo! I'm a Latina, I'm a lesbian, I'm a mother, and I'm a wife, and I will not be erased. Woo! As a queer immigrant, I've been told countless times that this foreign land is not mine, that it is not home for me, and that I do not have a place here. I've had to show them wrong, and I challenge each of you to do the same. We must take our place at the table. We must make our voices loud. We must get out and vote. We must support each other. We are sisters, somos hermanas, somos primas, somos familia. Estamos aquí. And I leave you with this. We cannot be erased, but we will be remembered. Woo! Let's give it up one more time for Tatiana. Woo!
Cifra de las Youth Group last year, April, and her story really stuck to all of us. So I am so thankful that she is here with us today. And I just want to go ahead. Let's give her one more round of applause. So for our next speaker, you all may know her. Her name is Beth Carpenter, and she has been one of the fierce leaders for reproductive rights from Florida Rising. Beth is not only an amazing woman, but she is an amazing mother, and she deserves her roses for that. So I want to go ahead and introduce to the stage Beth Carpenter. So if we can give her a big round of applause. Hello and happy International Women's Day. I'm Beth Carpenter, a proud member of Florida Rising, and in conjunction with Florida for All, I want to thank you all for being here as I speak about an issue extremely critical to women's basic human rights. Did you know there are tens of thousands of children in Florida alone in foster care, and nearly half of those awaiting adoption? Imagine this. We can't even find homes for the children already in our state, let alone the growing number by the day, for parents who don't have the means to provide for them, and a state who won't provide for them either. Nor those who did not choose to become pregnant. But by all means, let's force birth by banning abortion. Let's not forget that all pregnancies were not by choice, and the trauma many endured prior to having to carry and give birth, or those who did choose and their body is rejecting that pregnancy and risking their very future for having children in the future, or even their very own life. You know what's really taking place in Florida and across the country? It's not pro-life. It's a movement of control by far-right conservatives, and some are actually even women, if you can believe that. It's a means to force half the population to create worker bees, simply control women, and even some believing, wait for it, it will create a more pure race. I know this is hard to swallow, but bill mills such as Heritage Foundation, ALEC, and Turning Point USA, to name a few, backed by huge dark money donors, are actually driving this movement. And they have been slowly doing so since the late 70s, shortly after Roe v. Wade. We are being manipulated by the political minority. Now, you may not agree that abortion is for you, and that's okay. We wholeheartedly support you making that decision for yourself. But this is about allowing living individuals to make their own choices, whether based on medical, emotional, situational, financial, spiritual, or for any other reason. We could argue this all day, couldn't we? But the bottom line is that it is not only not the choice of others what I want to do with my body or choose my health care, and yet here we are, fighting again. And we have to fight for bodily autonomy, not only for ourselves, but for our children, as our mothers and grandmothers did for us. Our children deserve these same rights. We need to help build the foundation for the next generation. They are teaching us self-acceptance and respect for others in ways we couldn't have imagined. And it's now up to us to keep fighting, as we owe it to them. Now, we know the why, and now we need to know the how we fight. I am proud to say that we partnered with others throughout the state to create a ballot initiative earlier this year to put our reproductive health care back into our hands and give us back our freedom of choice. This coming November, we are confident that there will be an Amendment 4 on the ballot. This accomplishment wasn't an easy task, as it required 890,000 verified signatures. And wait for it, We are proud to say we exceeded this by collecting nearly 1 million verified petitions in record time. Some people in Florida are clearly speaking, but there is now current pushback and additional legislation to attempt to override our work. But we will continue to fight as long as we have to. This is where you come in. We want to first personally thank each and every one of you who carried those petitions and who signed those petitions. But there's more sacrifice needed. Yes, yes. We must continue to organize and march. We must register ourselves and others to vote. You can easily do this on vote.org right now if you're not registered. If you are unable to vote for whatever reason, you know people who can. Make sure they are registered. Please check your voter registration often, as several states have started purging the rolls within the last couple months. There's a surprise, am I right? I encourage you to volunteer, donate time or resources, or both, if you have them. FloridaRising.org is a great organization, and Florida for all great options. Please seek to set aside policy disappointments you may be struggling with, and support the candidates that you know are fighting for us and with us on such a basic human right as choosing what we do with our own body. If we lose this right to bodily autonomy, so many other rights for us and other marginalized groups won't be far behind. In fact, we're already witnessing it. For freedom's sake, for democracy's sake, get others involved. And everyone needs to get out and vote. How many of you remember the scene in A Bug's Life with the grasshoppers talking about the ants? You let one ant stand up to us, and then they all might stand up. Those puny little ants outnumber us 100 to 1. And if they ever figure that out, there goes our way of life. It's not about the food, it's about keeping those ants in line. Let that sink in. We are the ants. We have the numbers, and your vote is your voice. We need to hear every single voice, every single time. Thank you again, once more, for allowing me to come and speak with you. Have a great International Day.
Thank you, Beth, for sharing your time with us and for continuing the fight for reproductive rights. Without further ado, I want to go ahead and introduce the next group. I myself am a big fan of them. And some of you might have seen them last year on this stage as well. So our Monarch group is composed of mixed status immigrant youth, children of immigrants from Hope Community Center. And these students are part of the Sin Fronteras youth group, a group that I, alongside my amazing co-workers, facilitate. And they're here to go ahead and do a performance for you all. This performance was not only written by them, it's also going to be performed by them, but it was also choreographed by them. And I want you to listen to the words, because this is the words that our students are hearing when we talk to them about women. So put your hands together for the Monarch group.
My name is Janine, and I am a woman.
My name is Donnie, and I support women.
My name is Ariana, and I'm a woman.
My name is Ryan, and I support women.
I am a woman.
My name is Juan and I support women.
I'm Annie and I'm a woman.
I'm Gabriel and I support women.
My name is Brianna and I am a woman.
My name is Sophia and I'm a woman.
We are women!
We support women!
We are women!
We support women!
We are women!
We support women! Women no different than man, so why give the task of frying a pan? Task in which everyone can do, everyone confused like they don't have a clue. So why question a woman when they're beautiful, smart, capable, and so many other things? As we come together and still, this world is still confused with the word woman. So women, ladies, stand up as forget the word of object. You are not an object. Start hating, fellas. Start loving, because with love comes change.
Las mujeres son poderosas.
Las mujeres son invencibles.
They are invincible.
Somos el grito de las que ya no están.
They are the screams of the ones who are no longer forgotten.
Te cansas de oírlo, nosotras de vivirlo. You tired of hearing it? We're tired of living it.
Somos mujeres y también tenemos derechos. We make the world go round.
They make the world go round!
We make the world go round.
They make the world go round!
We make the world go round.
They make the world go round!
We make the world go round.
They make the world go round!
We make the world go round.
If there's no passion, there's no action, and with no action, there's no change.
Si no hay pasión, no hay acción. Y sin acción, no hay cambio. Las mujeres no son sirvientas. Tóxicas.
Decepciones.
Traicioneras.
Objetos.
Mamás,
Hermanas. Hijas.
Thank you. They deserve another applause. This is so beautiful for the International Day. Un aplauso para este grupo tan especial en el Día Internacional de la Mujer. Ahora, I want to present a dream for the LGBTQ, for everybody, a legend. So this is a legend. It's a person was involved in a Stonewall. You know what's a Stonewall? Was when all the LGBTQ rights start, and three transgender women start this battle. One was a Latina, Sylvia Rivera, Marsha P. Jones, a black transgender woman. And we have other one here. I feel so honored to say this. It's like a dream. I met this beautiful lady in creating change as in New Orleans. And I feel the power, and I invite to come here. I asked Felipe was with me and said, "Can I do it?" I said, "Yes, go for that." And she showed me the energy of the magic of the transgender community. And she said, "When is that? I go there." She don't ask me what we're going to do here, but she said yes, because she feels the magic of the transgender community. This person is Miss Major. Miss Major is a veteran of the Story Stonewall Revolution and a survivor of Attica State Prison, a former sex worker, an elder, and a community leader, an author, a human rights activist. She's simply Mama to many in her community. Her personal story and activism for transgender civil rights, interests, TLGBS, the struggle for justice and equality from the 1950s until today, because she don't want to stop. She keeps the fight for us. At the center of her activism is her first advocacy for her girls, trans women of color who have survived police brutality and incarceration in main jails and prisons. Ms. Mayor is formerly the longtime executive director of the San Francisco-based Transgender, Gender, Body, and Intersex Justice Project, which advocates for the trans women of color and outside of prisons. She is the 2024 BET Black and iconic Pioneer of the Year Award recipient, among countless more. She has more than 50 years of legendary. Notably, she's also subject in award-winning documentary, featured film currently, showing the country as foreign film markets, entitled Major, has just recently authored the book, Miss Major Speaks, Conversation with a Black Trans Revolutionary. At 80-something-year-old, she's currently traveled across the world, the country, on her infamous Tilifi tour, which was sparked by the antitrust legislation in 2023 and 2024. Tilifi stands for Tell It Like It Fucking Is. And she's doing just that. Everything about her is first. She is Miss Major. Embrace the breed. She's here with us tonight in Orlando. Welcome, Miss Major.
I want to say that, first of all, listen to every speech that was given here tonight. Every one of them has some meaning, and somewhere in everyone's heart, it struck to them. You know, I want to say that, I guess to receive this honor to, I must have
Hold Marilyn Monroe there.
Anyway, if you want to fight this thing and be a woman who believes in this world as it is, you got to stand up and be counted. When you don't be counted, you can't say, well, I stood up and I stood for me. standing next to you because of a woman that you don't even know, but who stands with you in solidarity. We must stand up. We must be counted. That's the only way we can be sure that these motherfuckers will we've got to stand up. You know, they're coming out after transgender women. Well, I'm a woman. I don't know what the problem is, you know, and I believe in standing up and fighting. So stand up and fight, fight, fight. You want to get rid of them? Vote for them. Vote and vote and vote. Get those old, tired, used up, tried, useless motherfuckers out of office. Get those people free. It's us. That way we can tell the world, fuck you, get us fucking me. Let's give it them hell. Absolutely, absolutely hell. I love you.
We love you, Miss Major!
Stay with me. I'm going to introduce the next guest. This is also, we're going to continue with this magic. Thank you, Miss Major. And yes, remember when we fight, we kill SB 1639. Remember that? That was good. So, right, I'm going to introduce a beautiful human. It's so special for me and the mother, Jaime, Jamie Yara, and her daughter, Dempsey. Dempsey is an angel. Is a These two are dynamic activists advocating for the transgender community. Their history was featured in HBO. We are here, and their 2022 Voice of Equality Award highlighted their significant contribution. Last year, Dempsey made history as the youngest Grand Marshal for Conagui Pride in Orlando. Together, they are unstoppable. I'm going to give a big welcome to my angel, Dempsey and Jamie Hara. Trans is magic.
I've been dreaming, friendly faces. Just imagine.
Hi, my name is Dempsey Jara, and I am a daughter. Activism is in my blood. I want to make a difference because my mom makes a difference. Activism is the most important thing we humans have in the entire world. Activism is standing up for what is right. Being kind, being true and honest to people, not taking people for granted and stepping on them like they are worthless. Everyone is worthy with a role in this world. Without activism, we each wouldn't have our voices. I was raised to do what was right, to make sure if you were starving, to feed you a meal. I was raised correctly by my two loving parents that allowed me to have the courage to stand up for myself. Without what they taught me, I wouldn't be giving this speech here today. We women really make a difference in the world. Women like the legendary Miss Major fiercely stood up for trans girls and women. Eleanor Roosevelt stood out for human rights and justice. Harriet Tubman stood out to racism and slavery. Kamala Harris made a difference in the world by advocating for social justice and civil rights. And Ruth Bader Ginsburg successfully fought against gender discrimination and unified the liberal bloc of the court. Her famous quote is something that you should tell yourself and your friends daily. Fight for the things that you care about, but do it in a way that will lead others to join you. And this is the reason I'm trying to successfully make you understand my message. These women were and are so powerful. We women are so powerful. We women are great and deserve to shine brighter than the beaming sun. Thank you.
a hard act to follow, kid. You did awesome. You are awesome. Hello, everyone. My name is Jamie Dara, and I wear many hats in this life. I am a high school history educator and a mama lion with a ferocious roar. I'm an activist who recently founded Moms for Hope, an organization whose mission is to empower parents and guardians of transgender youth and to provide support and resources to navigate this hateful state of Florida, deep in the land of moms for so-called liberty. I am deeply thankful to be among such resilient and powerful accomplices. A daughter is indeed a mother's most precious treasure. I never anticipated being part of such a remarkable journey when Dempsey was born. When she socially transitioned at age 5, she exhibited a level of tenacity I'd never seen before. Her determination to be her authentic self dramatically transformed our lives. Dempsey is an extension of my heart, an extraordinary unicorn who refuses to fade into the background. She insists on recognition and respect as a transgender individual, and her strength continually amazes me. And as my dear friend Andrea says, trans is magic. No matter how hard these extremists try, Dempsey will never be erased.
That's right.
Right! Today, on International Women's Day, we honor and elevate the diverse intersections within us. Despite numerous obstacles, we consistently meet the challenge and must persist in supporting our most vulnerable community members. We need to safeguard our trans community. They are in pain and exhausted from constant attacks. They need us to stand up and stand in for them. They are remarkable fighters, but now it's our turn. All people deserve respect, kindness, and dignity. Recognizing and affirming trans individuals is a fundamental act of respect. Kindness and empathy towards them require grasping their unique journeys and struggles while providing support and acceptance. Ensuring their dignity involves fighting for their rights, challenging discrimination, and encouraging inclusivity. These actions not only validate their identities, but also foster a society where everyone is valued for who they are. This is the world I envision, the world I desire for my children, and the future we are all worthy of. Collectively, we can realize this. It is not merely a dream. It can be a reality. Please visit our website at momsforhope.org to discover our mission of support and advocacy training. Join us as we work collectively to build effective pathways to safeguard our children, for our children's freedom as parents, guardians, caregivers, and allies. Sign up for our virtual training on March 23rd to master the art of storytelling, to transform perceptions. The road ahead is long and winding, but together we can get there. I'll close with a poem written for this occasion I call Togetherness Triumphs. In a world so vast and wide, togetherness is our guide. Transgender, immigrant, Black, and Native, in unity, we're creative. Social justice, we embrace. With intersectionality, we trace. On International Women's Day, we cheer. With farm workers, we're near. Mothers and daughters, side by side, in togetherness, we confide. For every right and every fight, togetherness shines oh so bright. Thank you.
Sorry. You know, when they gave me control of this, it was only going to be a matter of time.
That was a beautiful poem. I admire Dempsey so much. I've gotten to see her speak at a couple of our events, and honestly, the bravery she has is indescribable. But that's what this is all about. this is all about. So go ahead and put your hands together for our next guest. Jessica Ramirez is not only a mom, she is a wife, a farm worker, an immigrant, and a fierce leader within the farm working community. Jessica was a farm worker who joined the fight for farm worker rights a while ago. And as a part of the community, Jessica began organizing within the community. And the community continues to follow her. She is now the first woman to serve as general coordinator for the Farm Worker Association. And I, as a daughter of a farm working mother, I am so honored to present to the stage Jessica with her mother and her 2 daughters.
Buenas noches, como dijo Silvia, mi nombre es Jessica Ramírez y hoy estoy representando a la mujer inmigrante, campesina, trabajadora, de bajos ingresos, a las mujeres víctimas de violencia doméstica.
Good afternoon, my name is Jessica Ramirez, and today I am representing not only the working woman, the low-income woman, the farm worker woman, but all women.
Y quiero presentar hoy a mi madre Margarita García. Ella es un ejemplo para mí. Es una mujer que me enseñó a luchar, una mujer que vivió en la pobreza extrema al grado de caminar sin zapatos porque no tenía para comprarlos, pasando hambres y dificultades. Sin embargo, esta gran mujer tomó la decisión más difícil de su vida, que fue emigrar a los Estados Unidos, dejando a sus padres y a sus hermanas y a sus hermanos sin saber que a muchos de ellos no los volvería a ver, ni siquiera para darles el último adiós.
So on the stage, I have my mother, Margarita, who is an extraordinary woman, an immigrant who decided to make a courageous decision to come to the U.S., knowing that she would no longer see her parents and her siblings. Someone who has lived through extreme poverty, not having shoes, but she is the one who gives me hope.
También quiero presentar a mis hijas Galilea y Magdalena, que están aquí conmigo, y que gracias al sacrificio que hizo mi madre, ellas pueden tener ahora una mejor vida que la que tuvo mi madre y que la que tuve yo.
And now I want to present my daughters, Magdalena and Galilea, who, because of my mother's sacrifice, are able to be here for many opportunities present in this country.
Yo fui campesina por muchos años de mi vida, crecí en el campo y cuando emigré a Estados Unidos, pues también me encontré con muchas dificultades. Así que puedo entender perfectamente cuando una mujer trabaja en el campo y es víctima de abuso y tiene miedo a reportarlo.
I was a farm worker. I grew up in the fields, so I understand perfectly the women who sometimes are abused and are scared to report the abuse.
Pero como mi madre me enseñó a luchar, a trabajar, me dio muchos valores. Yo no me rendí y le doy gracias a la Asociación Campesina porque ellos me abrieron la puerta y me dieron la oportunidad para yo poder aprender. Siempre digo que la organización es como una escuela para mí.
And thanks to my mother, I learned lots of values. I learned not to give up and to fight. And I am so blessed to her and to the Farm Workers Association, which I consider a school that teaches me every day.
Duré 12 años trabajando como organizadora y hace 6 meses la mesa directiva me dio la oportunidad de ser la coordinadora general de la Asociación Campesina.
For 12 years, I worked with the Farm Workers Association, and not too long ago, I had the honor that the Farm Workers Association gave me the privilege of being the first ever woman general coordinator of the Farm Workers Association.
Así que en este día quiero honrar a cada una de las mujeres que están presentes y a las que no están presentes también. Quiero agradecer por todo el esfuerzo que hacen y no solamente debemos de agradecerles en este día, sino los 365 días del año porque somos imparables, porque no descansamos, no porque no quieran, sino porque no tenemos ese lujo de darnos el tiempo para poder descansar, porque la vida siempre nos ha tocado darle duro, ¿no?
And today I want to go ahead and honor the women who are here and also the women who couldn't make it here. Although we should be honoring them all 365 days of the year. But in general, she just wants to go ahead and I say thank you for everyone and all the fight the women have made for us.
¡Que viva la mujer! ¡Que vivan las campesinas! ¡Que vivan las amas de casa! ¡Que vivan las mujeres trabajadoras! Gracias.
Gracias, Jessica. Sigue con la lucha. Que vivan las mujeres inmigrantes. Bueno, ahora we're gonna honor to present Maylene Santana. She's the Hot Community Center Director of Progress and Integration. Para todas las mujeres. I hope I say good my Portuguese. Maylene Santana serves as the Director of Programs and Integration at the Hot Community Center. She's an immigrant herself from Brazil. Maylene is personally understands the challenge the immigrants encounter when assimilating into new country. She arrived in the United States almost 2 decades ago with limited English proficiency and minimal support. Save for one dear friend, Maylene worked non-career jobs for years in search for ways to contribute for her welcoming community.
For the past 17 years, Maylene, who has wholeheartedly dedicated herself to working with immigrants in various nonprofit sectors, including healthcare, advocacy, community outreach, and program management and development. In 2021, Maylene founded Immigrant Harbor in Orlando, where she and a team of volunteers provided essential support for 2 newly arrived immigrants. And since joining Hope Community Center in 2023, Maylene has been steadfastly supporting both Hope's initiatives and Central Florida's immigrant communities. So please help us welcome Maylene Santana and her daughter, Savannah. Hi everyone, this is a beautiful song, by the way, in Portuguese. It says that they try to silence our voice, but they forgot we are not alone. So I'm Maylene Santana, my pronouns are she, her, I'm with the Hope Community Center, and I'm also an immigrant from Brazil. It is an honor to be here today alongside my daughter Savannah on International Women's Day, celebrating with all of you. Today, we remind ourselves of the strides made on women's rights, and we also pay respect to the courageous women who dreamed and continue dreaming, who fought and continue fighting, and who paved the way so little girls like my daughter, the women of today, and the women of tomorrow can have a stronger voice and a more equitable future. And we're here standing today with workers, with immigrants, with the LGBTQ plus community, with people of color, and with all women, with the immigrant women who are building a home away from home, with the Black women who are fighting for justice, with the transgender women who are fighting for equality, and with Indigenous women who are protecting their ancestors' land. While progress has been made since the first
International Women's Day, we still have a long journey ahead of us, especially here in our state. And we will not remain silent in the face of the attacks on our communities created by Florida's divisive policies. We will remain united. We will continue to fight for gender equality, for reproductive rights, for immigrant rights, for LGBTQ plus rights. Our dream is to have a Florida where we can be our true, authentic selves. Our voices can be heard, and we're able to exist, to live, and to love without fear.
Woo!
Today, we're going to march led by the powerful women from our communities, led by their wisdom and leadership towards the Florida that we want and deserve. And we're going to do that to show our little ones that there is strength and unity, and that we women, we have the resilience to change things, to make things better, to shape things into being. We may be tired, my friends, but giving up is not an option. Not today, not tomorrow. So we get out to vote and we march.
Woo!
I count on all of you to get out to vote and to bring 3 people with you.
Woo!
If you can't vote, I'm sure you know people who can. We need you. We need all of you. Join our movement today. The movement, Hope's movement for our dreams and freedom. And now Savannah has a message for you.
As Rosa Parks said, it takes more than one person to bring about peace. It takes all of us. Yes, we can! We can with it! Yes, we can! We can with it! Yes, we can! We can with it! Yes, we can! We can with it!
Let's give it up for Savannah and for Miss Lee.
So now that was our amazing speaker for today. Now we're gonna do Great Walk and Legiola to have a noise about the beautiful communities that are here today. We're gonna make them sense today. Know the immigrants are here, the farm workers are here, the LGBT community is here, the transgender community is here. Let's show them our happiness, our joy. Let's work together as one. Let's chanting for something and have fun. We're gonna meet at the right side with Sal. If somebody sees Sal and Felipe, we're gonna start there. The march together. So please start to join in this area and let's do march for our dreams and freedoms. Remember all we fight this year. Remember what we got, what we lost, but how we're gonna continue fighting for our lives and our freedom and our rights. Keep fighting for us. We have to remind the state where they got the food in the table. They have for the immigrants. They have for the farm workers. They need to know the transgender community is everywhere. The LGBT community is everywhere. So please join us. Si se puede. Juntos somos más.
So that's it. We're gonna go march, and it's too dark for us to take you with us, but we love you all, and we'll see you soon. Jamie did incredible. We'll talk to you soon.
Love you. How are you?